When the storm hits, that's when the light of hope can shine brightest. Sometimes life presents us with challenges so profound that it seems impossible to find a way out. Remember that even the strongest trees need deep roots to withstand the strongest winds. Like them, you can stand firm in the faith that brings comfort in times of uncertainty. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalms 23:4. This verse reminds us that even in the darkest hours, God's presence accompanies us. It's a powerful affirmation that even when everything seems to be falling apart, God's protection and love remain around us. We may feel fear and anguish, but the certainty that we are not alone transforms that pain into courage. Imagine yourself walking through this valley, feeling each step heavy, but at the same time, perceiving a light that doesn't go out, a strength that sustains your journey. It is in this vulnerability that we find true strength. Every tear you shed is an offer of surrender. Every sigh is a plea for help, and through this, you connect with something greater. Fragility is human, but grace is divine. Have you ever felt lost, but at the same time, something inside you still believed that you could get back on your feet? This internal struggle is a sign that the light is still on in your heart. Allow yourself to feel this connection. What do you need to let go of so that peace can enter? Sometimes the first step towards healing is acknowledging the pain, and surrendering this in prayer is an act of courage. May you then open your heart to receive the strength that comes from unconditional love. This love is the anchor that can hold you steady, even when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Let's prepare ourselves for a moment of deep reflection, where we can look for that strength that sustains us, and together, we will find peace in the midst of the storm. Have you ever stopped to notice how in the midst of silence, the pain becomes more intense? Those moments when the world keeps spinning, but inside you, everything seems to fall apart. It's as if there's a silent storm, an internal battle that no one can see, but which consumes every particle of your being. You wonder if anyone really understands this anguish that weighs on your chest, this feeling of being trapped in a labyrinth with no way out. Life demands so much of us, and we often feel at the mercy of a fate that seems cruel. It's common to feel lost, as if your faith were a flame that is gradually going out. You seek comfort in words that were once so vivid, but now seem like distant echoes. The struggle between continuing to believe and letting go of hopelessness is a daily conflict. You wonder if it's worth fighting, if there's a light at the end of this dark tunnel. Every negative thought becomes a weight, every tear an untold story, a pain that accumulates and is reflected in your eyes. The reality is that many of us carry this silent pain, a wound exposed under a shell of normality. It's hard to admit that you feel this way. You can feel alone, even surrounded by people. The connection you long for seems distant, almost unattainable. You wonder if anyone has ever felt so empty, so tired of fighting. The vulnerability you feel is a strength in disguise, a courage that springs from recognizing your fragility. It's an invitation to look inwards and face the storm. The pain speaks louder, but perhaps deep down, you know that there is something more. A small flame that persists, even when all seems lost. And this struggle, however exhausting, is part of the journey, a stage that shapes us and prepares us for what is to come. As life goes on, you may feel a whispering call, as if something greater is waiting to be revealed. It is in this space of restlessness that hope settles, waiting to be discovered. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness for the light to become visible. And you don't need to have all the answers right now. Just allow yourself to be in this moment, in this space of uncertainty. Opening up to what is to come is the first step toward the transformation you long for. God sees and understands your struggles. He knows deeply the storms you face, the ones that often seem invisible to the eyes of others. Don't think that you are alone in this process. In Psalms, he reminds us, "The Lord is my refuge and my fortress, my help whenever I am in trouble." Psalm chapter 46, verse 1. This passage is an invitation for you to take refuge in Him, even when everything seems to be falling apart. He is the fortress that can sustain you when the pain seems unbearable. When life's uncertainties weigh you down, remember that hope is not just a fleeting feeling, but a divine promise. In Jeremiah it is written, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans of prosperity and not of calamity, to give you a future and a hope." Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. This verse reminds us that, even in the midst of chaos, God is orchestrating a future full of hope. He is at work in your life, even when you can't see it. Think about how comforting it is to know that, even in the most difficult situations, there is a greater purpose at work. What you're facing now doesn't define your worth or your identity. In your vulnerability, you find the strength to rise again. It is in this fragility that God's light can shine most brightly, showing you that His presence is the answer you so desperately seek. He doesn't promise that the journey will be easy, but He guarantees that He will be by your side every step of the way. It's important to remember that God is always present in your life, even when the darkness seems oppressive. He is willing to walk with you through the uncertainties, offering comfort and direction. This presence is a lighthouse in the midst of the storm, guiding you back to the light. As you move forward, open your heart and allow His word and His truth to penetrate your life, beginning a process of transformation. This journey is not a straight line, and you may still have many questions. What matters is that you are heading towards God's presence, where restoration begins. Little by little, the light of hope is warming your insides, preparing you for what comes next. This is just the beginning of a path that leads to the truth and peace that only He can offer. Not everyone who hears God's voice welcomes it into their hearts. Human resistance is a reality, and we often choose to follow paths that seem easier or more attractive, ignoring divine direction. This choice, although it may seem harmless at first, leads to profound consequences, both spiritual and emotional. When we deviate from what is revealed to us in the Word, we begin to experience an emptiness that slowly settles in, like a shadow stretching over the light of faith. The internal pain that arises from this resistance can be subtle, often disguising itself as simple restlessness. Those who turn away from God's voice may not immediately notice the loss of the peace that used to dwell in their hearts. This lack of attunement can generate a cycle of confusion and discouragement, causing hope to fade and despair to take hold. The security we once found in our faith turns into uncertainty, and the roots that sustained our spirituality begin to dry up. It's easy to get lost in small concessions, thinking that one more step away from God won't make a difference. However, every decision we make, every detour we choose, subtly draws us away from the protection and love He offers us. So we ask ourselves, how far are we willing to go before we realize that we have distanced ourselves from our refuge? At what point do we stop listening to His voice, exchanging it for our own reason? What prevents us from returning and surrendering ourselves fully to His guidance? These reflections lead us to a crucial point. Recognizing that there is a way back is vital, but the decision to return requires courage. The tension between what we are and what we can be in God becomes palpable. As we look inwards, we realize that the journey back to the light is not an act of weakness, but a choice of strength and surrender. Are we ready to face what lies ahead? Have you ever stopped to feel the depth of what you carry inside you? Sometimes life presents us with such intense challenges that the weight seems unbearable. That's when vulnerability becomes almost palpable, and it's understandable to feel lost, as if the world is falling apart around you. I want you to know that there is no shame in acknowledging this struggle. This is a safe space where you can stop, breathe, and allow yourself to be welcomed. Spiritual surrender can feel like a difficult journey. The fear of the unknown, the doubt about what it really means to give yourself up, all this can create a whirlwind inside you. But I tell you, it is in the midst of this confusion that a magnificent opportunity lies. An opportunity to turn to the one who loves your soul unconditionally. Surrender is not a weakness, but an act of courage that reveals the strength that already exists within you. Imagine a loving Father with open arms waiting for you. He is not here to judge you, but to offer you shelter, to offer you peace in the midst of the storm. He wants you to find rest, to allow yourself to come home, even if it means leaving behind the uncertainties that have surrounded you. The invitation is clear. Come as you are. You don't need to prepare. You don't need to be perfect. Just come. Allow yourself this internal decision. Feel the urgency of this surrender, but also the freedom of it. It's a soft call, a whisper that touches your heart and invites you to take a step towards the light that has always been there, waiting for you. You are not alone on this journey. Many have already walked the same path and found the strength to move forward, and now it's your turn. Right now, as you reflect on this choice, I invite you to collect yourself. Take a deep breath and connect with the desire to surrender that pulses within you. Feel the divine presence that surrounds you and encourages you to take this step. Your journey back to the light is about to begin, and it's a path you don't have to travel alone. Are you ready to make that choice? The next step is just around the corner waiting for you. Calm your heart and allow yourself a moment of silence. Breathe deeply, feeling each inhale and exhale as a gentle invitation to inner peace. In this moment, you are invited to collect yourself, to silence your mind and to open up to the divine presence that is always by your side. Remember that what is to come is more than a simple prayer. It is a sincere surrender of your being, an opening of your heart to that which is sacred. Recognize the beauty of the vulnerability you carry. It is in this intimate space that God reveals himself, welcoming your pains and joys, and where you can find consolation and strength. Right now, allow yourself to feel the depth of this connection. Feel every thought dissipate, like leaves blown away by the wind, as you focus on the essence of what is really important, your relationship with the divine. Being still is an act of courage and trust. By turning inwards, you allow yourself to listen to the voice that whispers in the silence, the one that brings light to the darkness and peace to the storms of the heart. It's a sacred space where you can be authentic, without fears or masks. Here, every breath becomes a hymn of surrender, a recognition of your need for support and love. Feel safe in this intimate environment, where there is no rush, just the certainty that you are exactly where you need to be. The invitation is for you to open up, allow your soul to say goodbye to worries and get closer to the light that illuminates the journey. Each small gesture of surrender is a step closer to God's heart, a space of welcome and understanding. As you prepare, begin to notice the softness that surrounds this moment. It's as if time itself is suspended, allowing you to immerse yourself in a profound serenity. The divine presence is here, ready to envelop you, as you prepare to connect in an intimate and meaningful way. Now, with a light heart and a calm mind, it's time to open up to what's to come. This is the time to surrender, to let prayer flow naturally, like a river seeking its way, guided by a greater purpose. Lord, I come to you with an open, broken, and sincere heart. In this moment of stillness, I feel the weight of my doubts and fears, as if they were chains holding me back in the midst of the storm. I surrender to you all the resistance I've been carrying, all the shame that prevents me from being who I really am. I'm tired of struggling in vain, and so I place in your hands the insecurities that afflict me and the anguish that I can no longer bear. I know that even in my weaknesses, you are with me. In the midst of the chaos I feel inside, I trust that your presence is stronger than any pain I can experience. Sometimes I feel I don't have the strength to go on, but even so, I choose to believe that your light can illuminate even the darkest corners of my soul. The surrender I make at this moment is not out of certainty of answers or visible miracles, but it is an act of genuine faith. I surrender to you, Lord, not because I expect to understand everything, but because I believe that you know what is best for me. I'm here, vulnerable and willing, surrendering every fragment of my being to your will. This surrender is a step of trust, a recognition that alone we cannot cope with the weight of life. And in doing so, I allow myself to feel your peace, which is capable of calming the storms within me. With the certainty that this surrender is only the beginning, I open my heart to the healing that is yet to come. I'm ready to go deeper into this journey with you, Lord, and to explore the layers of my pain in search of the relief and renewal that only you can bring. Lord, I continue to come before you, with my heart open and vulnerable, recognizing that there are areas in me that cry out for healing and restoration. I come to you, not just with words, but with the weight of my wounds, the ones I often hide even from myself. I touch every pain I carry, every insecurity that accompanies me, handing over to you what is broken in my soul. I ask, Lord, for your light to penetrate the shadows of my being, the scars that still burn, the fears that paralyze me. May your presence, which is so real and powerful, find every corner of my wounded being. I ask that you look at my memories, the ones that bring me pain and confusion, and that your restorative hand touches them with love and compassion. May I feel the balm of your grace healing the emotional wounds that often make me feel alone and helpless. Help me to release the pain of the past, to forgive those who have hurt me, and above all, to forgive myself for carrying these burdens for so long. I know, Lord, that you know each of these wounds, that there is nothing in me that escapes your loving gaze. I cry out for your presence to not only bring answers, but for me to feel your peace invading my heart. May I experience the softness of your love which goes beyond understanding, and may this love envelop me now, bringing relief and renewal. Help me to look inside and recognize the parts of me that are fragile, those that need your touch. May I allow you to enter these spaces even if they are painful, knowing that surrender is an act of faith. I want your presence to strengthen me, not just in words but in profound experiences of healing. May I feel the transformation taking place, however subtly, and may it prepare me for the next phase of my journey. With gratitude, I place myself in your hands, hoping and trusting that even in my weaknesses, your strength is revealed. May I rise renewed, not just in body, but in spirit. May the healing I seek begin now, and may I be shaped to reflect your light as I prepare to strengthen myself and move forward, full of hope and faith. Lord, as I stand before you, I feel the need in my being for a strength that goes beyond my limitations. I thank you for touching me and allowing me to feel your relief, but now I cry out for what only you can offer. May your presence envelop me, bringing me the courage I need to face each challenge that presents itself. May I be firm in the midst of uncertainty, knowing that your hand supports and guides me. In every step I take, may your strength be present, not just to endure, but to walk with hope and determination. May I not give in to weakness, but may I feel your light illuminating my path in every struggle. We need you, Lord, for it is in you that I find true steadfastness. Renew my spirit, and give me a heart that doesn't give up, even when storms arise. May I have the wisdom to discern your guidance in every decision, and may my mind be alert to recognize your voice amidst the noise of the world. Strengthen me so that I can remain in the purpose you have set before me, even when the journey seems long and difficult. May my dependence on you become my strength, and may I reflect your greatness in all my actions. I don't seek strength that comes from my own understanding, but I cry out for the ability to see beyond the difficulties and embrace the certainty of your help. May I have eyes to see the opportunities in the midst of the challenges, and may your peace, which surpasses all understanding, guard my heart and mind as I move forward. Help me to be constant, to remain faithful to the call I have received, even when doubts try to lead me astray. May I be a witness to your love, radiating hope and encouragement to those who cross my path. With each day that dawns, may I remember that your strength is renewed in me, and that by trusting in you, I am enabled to endure and overcome. Now, Lord, I prepare my heart for the next step. May I discern your direction, always seeking clarity in every choice, so that my life reflects your will. After giving myself to you, seeking the strength that comes from above, I now place myself in a listening space. The weight of my struggles is transformed into lightness, because I know I'm not alone. In humility, I come before you, Lord, wanting to hear your voice in the midst of silence. May my heart be open and attentive, ready to receive your direction in every step I take. Throughout this day, I seek discernment in the small and big decisions that await me. I don't want to follow uncertain paths, but I want your light to illuminate every choice I make. Lord, grant me wisdom, not just to know what to do, but to understand the reason for every situation I face. Help me to see with eyes of faith, to discern your will in the scriptures and in the life around me. May your words be like a beacon in the midst of the fog, guiding me in every moment of doubt and uncertainty. As it is written in you, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally. I cry out for that wisdom which transcends human understanding. May I understand not only your direction, but also the love that sustains it. I trust that, even if the answer doesn't come quickly, your hand is on me, guiding me in every moment. May I learn to wait on you, to value the time of preparation, because I know that it is in waiting that I am shaped and strengthened. May the certainty of your presence bring me peace, even when the road seems long and uncertain. Help me to see beyond the circumstances, to recognize the beauty of your plan in my life. As I make myself available to listen, may my spirit be attuned to your voice. I want my intimacy with you to deepen, for every moment of prayer to become a sincere dialogue. May I feel your guidance in every decision. May my life reflect your truth and love. I am ready to receive your instruction, Lord, and may this be reflected in my actions and the way I live. As I draw closer to you, I feel that prayer is changing tone. What was just listening is now turning into proclamation. I am ready to declare your truth and share the hope that dwells within me. May my life be a testimony to your love and wisdom as I move forward, guided by your light. I place myself before you, Lord, recognizing that in the midst of the storms of life, you are my anchor. I receive your word that even when everything seems to be falling apart, you hold me up with your strong hand. I understand that waiting on you is the time to be shaped, and I declare that I am being strengthened in every moment of waiting. I am the tree planted by streams of water, and even in times of drought, my root deepens in you, Lord. I prophesy that the hope in my heart will not be in vain, for what the Spirit has already planted in me will manifest itself at the right time. I am a new creation in Christ, and I will not allow circumstances to define me. In you, I find my identity and my purpose, and I declare that I am loved, accepted, and chosen. You are faithful, Lord, and your faithfulness assures me that all your promises will be fulfilled in my life. I surrender my insecurities to you, knowing that in your presence I am renewed. May your words be a light on my path, and may I walk in obedience to what you have revealed to me. I cry out for discernment in every decision I need to make, and I know that the wisdom that comes from you is what will guide me. I prophesy that the transformation I seek is already underway, and that even in the face of challenges, your love enables me to move forward. I am prepared to be a witness to your love and truth, and may my actions reflect the light that shines in me. As I look to the future, I declare that gratitude will be the music in my heart, because I know that you are with me every step of the way. I approach you with reverence, recognizing that it is in intimacy that my faith is strengthened. Thank you, Lord, for every day you give me, for every opportunity to grow and learn in you. May my life be a song of praise to your greatness, and may I never forget to thank you for your constant presence. Lord, I thank you with all my heart. I thank you for your constant presence in my life, for your love that embraces me even in the most intense storms. Today, I give you every burden I carry, every insecurity and pain that prevents me from moving forward. I feel your hand enveloping me, bringing healing and renewal. In these moments of vulnerability, I recognize that it is your strength that sustains me, and your peace that renews me. I remember every word spoken to me, every promise I keep in my heart. The certainty that even when everything seems to be falling apart inside, you are with me, guiding me and strengthening me. May I be a reflection of your love in this world, a living testimony to the faith that dwells within me. May gratitude be my song, and may I live each day as an offering of praise to you. Now, as I prepare to face the day, I place myself in your hands, Lord. May courage and faith be the light that guides my steps. May I walk with the confidence that you are my refuge and strength. I am ready to live, to love, and to share the hope I find in you. If this prayer has touched your heart, I invite you to share this light with someone who also needs peace. Let's spread this message of love and consolation together, allowing more lives to be reached by your grace. Leave in the comments what God has ministered to your heart, and together, let's celebrate the wonders He works in our lives. May each of us continue to grow in intimacy with you, Lord, and may our journey be marked by your love. I say goodbye now with a grateful and blessed heart, trusting that your presence will accompany me in every step I take. May the peace that surpasses all understanding guard our hearts and minds. Amen.